So as you can see on the screen, I have written what we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay, so that is, we are going to write the formula now when the name will be given to you. Okay, now the name will be given, you are supposed to write the formula. So again, there are few rules. The rules are very simple actually, because it's almost similar to what you have learned. Because you know by now, like how exactly the cationic complex look and how exactly the anionic complex looks. Correct? No? So basic rules are there. So I will quickly give you that. Then we will go to name the compound. Okay. Now the first rule is, when you're writing the formula also, you will write the cation part first. Okay, when you're writing the formula as well, cation should be written first. Okay, this should be written first, followed by the anion. Okay, like in case if your complex is a cationic complex, if it is a cationic complex, your complex which is a cation, that will come first, followed by, you will have that negative ion. I'll just take that negative ion as X. Okay, so you will have that negative ion followed by this. Okay, suppose if your complex is the anionic complex, then your metal part will come first, so I'm taking metal as M. Okay, metal cation will come first, then you will write that coordination sphere which carries the negative charge. Okay, so this is simple. It's the same rule what you had for writing the name as well as for writing the formula. Okay, so first rule is that. Now second rule, once you have identified this, and then now going inside the coordination sphere. Okay, so when you go inside the coordination sphere, students, like if I take this as a coordination sphere, extreme left, okay, towards the extreme left you will be writing the metal always. Okay, extreme left you will write the metal, and then you will write the ligands. Okay, and if you have different ligand now, then you should arrange these ligands according to their alphabetical order. Okay, am I clear what I said? When you go inside the coordination sphere, okay, the central metal atom is there. That central metal atom should be written to the extreme left. Okay, after that you are going to write, if there is one ligand, no problem, that ligand will be followed by the metal. Okay, but in case if there is different ligands, then that different ligand should be written according to the alphabetical order. Okay, inside the coordination sphere. I believe it is understood. So if you want, I'll just write here. Okay, first the symbol of the metal should be written. Okay, metal should be written. Then you are going to write the ligands. You are going to write the ligands according to alphabetical order. Okay, so that comes inside the coordination sphere. Whether it is your positive coordination sphere or whether it is negative coordination sphere, for both it is same. Okay, so I have written plus or minus. For both it goes the similar fashion. Now going to the next rule. Next rule is, see, once this is done, then you need to find what is the charge which is present on the coordination sphere. Okay, the charge which is carried by this coordination sphere, how much will be the charge? Okay, +1, +2, +3, different charges are there, no? Even here negative, what exactly will be the charge? So that has to be found out. Okay, that I will tell you how to find out exactly. So once you find out what charge that coordination sphere carries, let me take that as X. Okay, let this be X. So that has to be found out. Then you will have one counter ion either towards your right side or left side, anywhere. Okay, now for example, I will take towards my right side. Imagine this is the counter ion present. Okay, I'm just taking this as a cationic complex just for the sake of example. It's similar for both. Okay, so now here imagine this is the charge. X is the charge which we have found out. Okay, I told you, I will tell you how to exactly find out this. So imagine this is the charge. Okay, and here you are having one counter ion. Now you have to balance this charge. Okay, the charge of the coordination sphere and the charge of this counter ion which is present. Okay, how are you going to balance? By crossing them. Okay, usually how you do in the inorganic salt, like suppose if you are having potassium sulfate. Okay, potassium is K plus, no, and sulfate is SO4 2 minus. How do you try to balance this charge and combine and write in the form of a salt? You try to bring this 2 over here and this 1 on this side. Okay, 1 anyways we don't write, but then this is how we do, no? So you will write this as K2 SO4. Correct? This is how we write for the simple inorganic salt. Similarly, for this coordination compound also, once you have found out this charge, which is present on the coordination sphere, then you have to cross these valencies. Okay. So when you cross this valency, the charge will get equalized. Okay. So the last step is cross the valencies to equalize the charge. Equalize the charge. Okay, so these are the steps. It's easy, it's not difficult. When I do the compound, you will be able to get it. Okay, I believe that these steps are followed. Any problem in understanding these? First I said cation should be written, whether it's a cationic complex or whether you are having anionic complex. Metal, in anionic, metal will come first. In cationic complex, that cation part will come first. Okay. Then you will go inside the coordination sphere. In that coordination sphere, first should be your metal. Okay. Metal should be written first. Then you will arrange the ligand, and these ligands should be arranged according to the alphabetical order, as I said here. Okay. After that is over, then you need to find what is the charge on that coordination sphere. Okay, so that I told you how to find out, I will tell you later. So this has to be found out. Once that is over, then you cross the valency with the counter ion. Okay, cross the valency and then you will write that compound. So you make a note of these rules quickly because it is just for you to understand. They will not ask you the rules again. Then we will work out the problem. Yes, we'll work out the problem. Yeah, let me go for the first one. Yeah, so here this is the first compound which I have taken. You can see. By seeing the compound, can you identify which type of complex is it? By now you should be you have got an idea, no? Exactly. So are you able to tell which type of complex is it? Cationic, anionic or neutral? By seeing the name? Yes. Good. Very good. Very good. Correct. Correct. Yes. Cationic complex. Very good. Why? Because you can see here at the end, there is a negative ion. Okay. So at the end, if you find a negative ion, that means this whole complex is a positive complex. Okay. Cationic complex. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Now we will go for writing the formula. See, now first, see whether they are according to alphabetical order. If they are according to alphabetical order, you can just place them like that. Okay. So now here, tetra. Tetra means 4 and then amine is NH3 group, correct? So NH3 group, then after that aqua, that is water, H2O. This is the ligand which you are supposed to write. Okay. So I'm just writing down tetra means 4. Okay. 4 amine group you are supposed to write. Then aqua. Then after that chlorido, that is Cl group. Then you are having this metal. Okay. Metal, cobalt, that is capital C and small o. Oxidation state is also given to us. Okay. So now what you are supposed to do when you are writing the cationic complex, the cationic entity will come first. No, the whole coordination, okay, sphere which is having positive charge, that will come first. And I told you at the extreme left, you will start with the metal. Okay, so metal is given towards your right side. Always it will be given to the right side. You have to put in the left side when you are writing the formula. Okay, so I will arrange that metal first. Cobalt. Now see whether these ligands are in alphabetical order only. Amine comes first, no? AM. A and A, both the ligands are starting from A. But then you know, AM comes first and then followed by Q. So A is over, then we are having C, that is chlorido. So it's in the order itself. So you can directly put them in the order. Okay, in case if they are shuffled and given, you see that you arrange them in alphabetical order. Okay, so now here it is correct. And amine is 4. So you can take NH3 and then put a bracket and write 4 times. Okay, because it's a compound, no? So whenever you have a compound, it's better if you put a bracket. Okay, so NH3 4 times. Done. Then aqua. So aqua, that is water, only one molecule is there. So I can just write H2O. Okay, then I have this Cl. So I will write that Cl group. Okay. So done here. This part is over. We are done with that coordination entity. Outside we are having chloride. So I will just write Cl minus. Okay. So now Cl minus is a charge. But we don't know what charge is there for this coordination entity. Okay. It's positive charge. That we know, but how much is the charge we don't know. That has to be found out. Okay, let me take that as plus x. This x value should be found out. Okay, that I will find out on this side. See how to find out this x value. plus X I wrote, no, just now. So how to find out that? So you know the sum of the oxidation state of all the element is equal to the charge, what they carry. So that means sum of all this, that is cobalt plus 4 into ammonia plus water, then plus chloride is equal to the charge of the coordination sphere, that is equal to plus X, which has to be found out. Okay, now we will put all the charges which is there. See, cobalt oxidation state is also given to us. So you can put that cobalt oxidation state here. 3 is given, no? So directly you can write plus 3 here. Okay, this value is given to us. You will always see in the question. So plus 3. Ammonia, you know it's 0. So 4 into ammonia 0. Water also is 0. So I will write 0. And then I have chloride here. That's minus 1. Okay. So minus 1 is equal to that X value. Your plus X value. Okay. This is plus, you will identify later. Okay. That I'll just take as X. Okay. You get to know through this only. So now here plus 3 and minus 1. 2, correct? So that means X value is how much? Plus 2. So understood now here, your X value you will get as plus 2. So that you can write here. You can write in this way. I will write that whole complex CO, then NH3, 4 times H2O, and then I have Cl. This whole charge is plus 2. And here I am having chloride ion. Okay, now you have to balance this charges. So to balance the charge, what will you do? This 2 you will bring on this side. Okay, this 2 has to be brought near the chloride side as a suffix, and this 1 should be brought over here, but you need not write that 1. Okay, so that's how the charge will get equalized, okay, by crossing the valency. So I have just crossed. So after crossing and writing, you will get it in this fashion. See, CO, NH3, and then 4, H2O, Cl. Okay, this Cl1 comes over here, so I will not get anything. This 2 will come to the other side near the chloride side. So then you will get Cl2. This is the final thing. Okay, this will be a final formula of coordination compound. Did you follow how to write? Yes? Everyone know? Followed, right? Okay. Then make a note of this. We will work out few more. Then it will be like you will get a better hold on that. Yes. Write down this first one now. Your question is, where does this charge go? No. Here there is plus 2 charge. So if you want to balance this plus 2 charge, how many chloride ion they will take? 2 chloride ion. Correct, no? So this 2 plus charge, okay, this plus charge and plus charge, which is 2 in number, will be cancelled by 2 chloride ion. So they have taken, no, finally when you write, this crossing the valency means what? How many chloride ions are required by this positive entity? Okay, 2 chloride ion. So then this positive and negative cancel one another. That is what we do in normal inorganic salt also, right? If I have Na plus, then if I have Cl minus, this 1 plus charge will be cancelled by the minus 1 charge, no? So then we write as NaCl. But if the numbers are different, then you try to cross it. So here, just crossing means you are trying to nullify that charge. Okay? Yeah. Note down the second one. Can identify which complex is this? Cationic, anionic, or neutral? Identify. Cationic, anionic, or neutral? Yeah, very good. It's a anionic complex. Identifying process is by seeing this metal which comes on this side. Okay. Suppose if you have a positive metal, that means this whole complex is having a negative charge. Okay, so that's how we identify. So this complex, second one which I have given here, it's an anionic complex. Okay, now we'll start naming, writing the formula. Name is given to us. So now here potassium is K plus. Okay, it's a counter ion, so you just write K plus and keep. This whole coordination entity which is given, that we have to write it together. Okay, this is the coordination entity part. This whole thing we have to write in the square bracket. It should be enclosed in the square bracket. So now here I'll put the square bracket, and we need to find out what will be the charge on this coordination entity. That I will take as X. Okay, now start with the metal. Which is a metal here? Zincate. That means zinc is a metal. Okay, Zn. Then hydroxo. Hydroxo is a ligand. That is OH group is a ligand. How many are there? Tetra. That means 4 are there. Okay. So now we will start arranging this. Extreme left you should arrange the metal. So I am arranging the metal towards the extreme side. That is zinc. Okay. Then coming to the ligand. 4 hydroxo. That means I should write it like this. OH group 4 times. Okay. So 4 hydroxo done. Okay. Now your job is to find this X value. Okay. Find out this X value by using the oxidation state of the zinc also. Okay, because metal oxidation state is required for us, otherwise you will not be able to get what exactly is the charge on the complex. So now here zinc is in +2 state, you can see here. So I'll take that zinc +2, plus I am having 4 hydroxide, and hydroxide charge is -1. So it is 4 into -1 is equal to X. Okay, we are taking the sum of the charges of the metal and the ligand is equal to X. Yeah, so what is the X value here? -2. Yeah, you should get -2, no? Because it's a anionic complex, as you said. So then that means I have here potassium K plus, and then this is ZnOH4, and then 2 minus. Okay, now cross this valency. So this particular coordination sphere will take how many potassium? 2 potassium, because they are 2 minus charge. Okay, but you can cross and show it also. Okay, this is 1 here, that one will come here. So finally your answer will be K2, then ZnOH4. Okay, that 1 will come here, but we don't write 1. No, usually we don't show any number. For 1 it is not shown. So this is the final answer. Yeah, write the next one now. Yeah, go for the third one. First, identify what type of complex it is. Then try writing the formula. If you want third one also, I will do. Then later, I will be asking you all to work out. Okay. Okay. Let's see whether your answer and my answer matches. If you are able to locate this, what type of complex? It's a anionic complex, because you can see a metal here. Okay, first if you find a metal, that means it's a anionic complex. Okay, so this metal is potassium, and you know potassium charge is K plus. So I'm writing this potassium on this side. And then the next part will be the anionic part. Okay, the complex part which you need to write. So you can see here, this is the coordination entity. Okay, now what is the metal you are able to see there? The metal over here is aluminate, correct? No, aluminate is aluminium, Al. So that should come towards the extreme left. So aluminium I have written here. Then trioxalato. Oxalato is, tri means 3 molecule, and oxalato formula is this C2O4. Okay, like that I have 3 molecules. So you will write C2O4 3 times. Okay, so trioxalato. Then we need to find the charge. Okay, this I will take as X. So this we need to find out. We can find out that X value, how much it will be. Aluminium is +3. So I will write +3 plus 3 into oxalate is -2. So 3 into -2. And the whole charge is X. So X is equal to -3. Correct? X value is -3. Good. Correct. Yes, that's the correct answer. So here, -3 is the charge. That means, okay. So I can write here, this is K plus. If you want, you can finally write the answer, okay. I am writing each and every step so that you don't make mistake. Okay, so C2O4 3 times, and then here I have 3 minus, okay. Now cross the valency, okay. Try to balance the charge of this complex. Because the complex carries 3 minus charge, it would require 3 potassium, no? Because potassium valency is only 1 plus. So like that, 3 plus charges will be taken by this complex. So I am taking this 3 here, and this one will come this side, okay. So final formula will be K3 Al C2O4 3. Okay, this is the final answer. See whether your answer is correct. Yeah, good. Yes, 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 good. Correct, no? Others also see whether your answers are correct. Got how to do? Anything you have to ask here? Any confusion? Writing the formula. Actually, it's easy, students, and it's fun also. I don't know for you all how much of you are really enjoying doing it, but actually, it's nice to do. If you have understood and if you know that name correctly, okay, only then. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so few of you agree also. Good. Yeah. Okay, we'll go for next one. Now try this. Now you all do this. Okay, then later I will give you the answer. You all try now this one. Write it small, okay? Write it small because you should be able to write the final compound. If you're writing the final answer, that's fine. But if you're showing the crossing and all, this won't be enough. If you write such big one, okay? Write it little small one. Yes, Sagar, what happened? Where are you?
Ma'am, something happened, ma'am.
Yeah, that's okay. But you tried writing and it was correct, no? Students, everyone has got that answer itself. So I'll just write final one. Okay, and many of you have told me the answer. This is the final thing. Okay. Yeah, I know it's difficult to write, but then just I wanted you all to try. This is the final answer. You want me to explain? Anyone who wants me to explain this? I believe it's clear. How the oxidation state is 3 and everything. Correct, no? Because En doesn't carry any charge, no? You know, it's a neutral complex. So whatever charge is there for the metal 3, that same charge will be there for the coordination sphere. Okay. So then it's 3. So when you cross it, you get 3 down for the chloride. Okay. Yeah, now we'll go for the next one. Yeah, take down this fifth one. Find out what type of complex it is. Who will do this? Yeah, Payal wanted to try. Yes, Payal, can you write? Yes, write on the screen. What type of complex is this? Cationic, anionic, or neutral? Yes, good, correct. Anionic, no, because you can see a metal first. Yes, good, correct. Answer is correct. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Correct, no, what she wrote on the screen? Yes, good. Yeah, Fe4. Then inside the bracket you have FeCN6. Okay, 3 times. Because you can see here, if you want. 1 minute. Yeah, see. Fe over here, you can see the oxidation state is given to you. 3. That means Fe is in +3 state here. Okay, Fe3 plus. Then, once metal is over, that means this whole sphere is carrying a minus charge. So you can write that coordination sphere. Extreme left, you will have the metal, that is Fe, followed by hexacyano. That means it is 6 times CN group. Okay. And this you need to calculate. You can find out how much will be that X value. You can see here Fe value is +2. Okay, I will not do the calculation directly. I will show you here. See, Fe value is +2. It's given here, ferrate. Okay, you can see this side. So this is +2 and this is -1 into 6. So that's -6. So you can understand what will be the charge which will be coming on this whole coordination sphere. So that will be -4, no? So I can write here, this is Fe3 plus and that's FeCN6 4 minus. Then you cross the valency. So you get Fe4 because this 4 comes here and this 3 comes on this side. So Fe4, then FeCN6 3. Okay, good. Followed? Any doubt now? Anything you have to ask in this? If any compound is given, you should be in a condition to answer without making any mistake. Everyone understood, students? Just reply now. Did you follow the nomenclature part? When a name is given, writing the compound, and when compound is given, writing the name, both part. Yeah, what happened? This ion, metal, no, it is normal metal cation name, no? Usually when you have a coordination sphere which carries a minus charge, a negative charge. Correct? Yes? Huh. And from this will stop.